run your mouth too quick. Let's get it.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys came up short on the road last week. Now they're trying to turn things around in front of the home crowd here. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. A solid stiff arm. And it takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020. The man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
On the ground, this is Amari and Hampton. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 75 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And here are the key inactives for them in this one. And obviously, Charles, are going to be without some important names this week.
Well, hopefully those guys will be on the sidelines encouraging the guys who are going out there and helping them when they come off the sidelines during the game by giving them some tips on what they see and what they've experienced. That's true teamwork. And if you want to get to the playoffs, if you want to have a big push, you have to have that on your squad.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So here are the Dolphins now getting set for their initial possession. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, their rookie quarterback.
And a good start out of the gate. 2 games played, teams at 1-1, and he's played about as well as you expect a rookie quarterback to play. But what's been emphasized on the team and by the head coach, everyone else, raise your level around him and help this young man along.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Check out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A young quarterback Charles, rolling to his right. I know it's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Trying to run for it with Hampton. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Brings up 4th down.
And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 8 carries, 54 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
That pass taken in by Burks. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Achane here, they stay on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. He'll drop to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Dolphins are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the the Chargers' 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Now he'll tuck it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Tuipulotu got in and dropped him.
Brings up third down.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 20-yard line.
The work inside here, Hampton. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tuipulotu. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now back to throw. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Back to throw here, Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Go, hey, go, go, go.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Herbert. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.M. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And good covers there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. So out come the Chargers. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. A gain of 26 yards. And the Chargers first down.
They'll toss right side to Hampton. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Over the middle, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cap it.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half. Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as he gets this up past the 40. And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Up the middle, Achan. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. He'll dump this off to Achan. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. That one complete to McConkey. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Another Dolphins first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot.
He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
2nd down and inches. Oh, the RPO, he'll keep it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. It's only week 3 on the schedule, but already some big-name teams with big early tests. Will they pass or fail? Let's get into it. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Landover, the Commanders at home to take on the Eagles in the NFC East. And it's Tyler Algier. He'll find an opening and take it in, a 6-yard rushing touchdown. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they host the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's arguably the league's top tandem, Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase. 39 yards for the touchdown. The Bengals looking for a win after 2 losses to start out the season. They lead this one at the half. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants taking on the Cowboys. And this is Brevin Spann Ford. He makes the big play to kick off the scoring, this one of his 2 touchdowns so far. The Cowboys with a big lead on the road at the half. With that, a look at the rest of the scores here in a busy week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, each team's been able to manage just one touchdown, 7-7 tied at the half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Right back to Achane on second down. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them, is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play, or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
It's 4th down.
Bates' kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Well, some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they're trailing the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on scanning their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. A shotgun snap for Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll check this one down to Hampton. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 101 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
16 yards. That's another Dolphins.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. LA set to take over again on offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive first and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now Herbert with it looking to pass. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Herbert now. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. Fighting his way through contact. He's still on his feet. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On the give, this is Hampton. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That's another Chargers first down. A gain of 3 on the play. First down,
Herbert. It's brought in by Harris. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Let's go, let's go.
Give here to Hampton. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Herbert going to give to Hampton. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Now,
and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston from 6 yards away. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He's on his way. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Again, it's Hampton. Spinning away. About 3 yards there to the 27.
And this is the worry because sometimes you get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. Quick throw there is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. And the Dolphins have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. So problems there on the return. Very costly. Not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Achane. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Trey Palmer from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Herbert and the Chargers down by 10. 2:10 on the clock. Their perfect start to the season in serious peril as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Here's Herbert. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 47.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 29 more yards. That's another Chargers.
Now Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's another Chargers 1st
Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Quentin Johnston who finished that drive off with a touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are going to recover. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Dolphins, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.